Every day you're having interactions with other people on your team, at the store, people you run into, friends and family. And every day you are able to communicate something about your own experience, something about where you're at. You're able to lead and speak to others, maybe in your company that you manage or your customers. You've got an opportunity to share something with them, to communicate with them. And so I thought I would talk today about where communication comes from that builds trust, that creates connection, that expands your relationships. And the irony is, because we have so much opportunity to communicate with one another every day, it's easy to miss out on the richness of the experience that's possible and miss out on the connection, network, and community building that is possible with these everyday interactions. And it all starts with your own experience. The irony of great communication is that only when you communicate to yourself first in a way that is healthy, that feels good, that's honest, that's authentic, are you able to then communicate with other people in a way that is honest and clear and authentic. So it all starts with our own understanding of ourselves, of where we're at, of what's on our mind, of what's on our heart, of what our intentions are. And the more centered you are in knowing for yourself what it is that you want to communicate, who you are, what your experience is, the easier it's going to be to do that for others. So I noticed for myself, as an example, that in speaking to groups, in presenting, in talking about myself, in talking about what I do, it was very easy for me to put on this mask of a type of communication that is what I think other people are expecting of me. And so it was very easy to speak in a way that makes sense, that sounds good, that looks good, that other people, I believe, will understand. But that's different than actually saying what's on my mind, than actually sharing about my own experience, than actually taking the time to communicate in a way that is very genuine to me today. And it was noticing that. It was noticing the times in which I could talk but not feel connected to what I was saying in friendships, in groups, in relationships, in business, that I started to see this disconnect that yes, you can get by sharing information with other people and showing up in a way that isn't going to rock the boat, that is going to be expected, that's going to sort of go under the radar. It's okay to show up like that. It doesn't cause problems in your life necessarily to show up and communicate with other people in your life from a very neutral place where you're not actually that connected to what you're saying. The problem, however, is that you're missing something in your own experience and you're missing something authentic that other people aren't necessarily feeling. And this is the trick is, can you actually get in tune with yourself when you're in a group, when you're with others, when you're presenting, when you're in a business conversation? Are you connected to yourself? Are you connected to what you're feeling? Are you connected to what your experience is? Are you being genuine with other people around where you're at? Not to be vulnerable and put something on someone else, but instead to simply speak from exactly where you're at, exactly what it is you want to communicate. And this is very subtle because other people won't necessarily notice it very clearly, but you will notice it once you start paying attention, and you'll notice the way it affects how you communicate with other people in these different settings. So the task for this week is to notice as I'm speaking out loud to others, am I truly connected to what I'm saying? Or am I saying something out loud that is protecting me from fully being seen? Am I saying something out loud that, yes, is helpful information or useful dialogue in a business setting, but it's not really connected to something deeper in myself that other people are going to feel? And this is the whole trick of it, right? Is that it's not about the information you're saying. It's not about the words you're even using. It's about where that's coming from. And that's what people feel and experience differently with different people. And so if you feel trust being built with somebody, if you feel connection being built with somebody, if you resonate with what they're saying, what resonates is not the information. We have to look past that. We have to look at instead the honesty, the vulnerability, the authenticity, which is really basically just saying how in tune you are with your own experience when you're speaking. So when you catch up with a friend, take a moment, pause, and see if when you're speaking with them, you're truly connected to your own experience while you're connecting with them. And see how that makes a difference for you as just a trial in learning to communicate in an honest way, first with yourself, and then an honest way with others. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can leave them as a comment below. I would love to chat with you more about this. And I hope this helps you improve your experience of talking with people every day in your life and what that feels like to you and what that feels like to others. Be back again very soon. Later.